Hi friends! Today I want to talk about mental health and working out. Now, some things about me are that, one, I'm a personal trainer and I have been for 10 years, and I love fitness and I have for over 10 years. And I also struggle with my mental health and depression, anxiety. I also compete in powerlifting. Because I have these goals of strength and hypertrophy, so building muscle, hitting big numbers in the gym, you do need progressive overload. You will not get stronger or see progress in that aspect if you are not focusing on progressive overload in some form. So it can be really, really hard to be competitive and also struggle with mental health. I have lived with depression and anxiety for my entire life, so I will live with it for the rest of my life, essentially. One of the ways that I take a grasp on my mental health is I learn and understand the cycles and the signs. During this time of year, we've got seasonal depression upon us. With the lack of sun, this triggers my depression even more than any other time of year. Because of that, during the fall and winter, I tend to change up my focus in the gym because I have to. What I do when I am really, really struggling, I start paying attention to those signs. And if I start noticing, okay, this is around the time when I struggle, I don't just automatically change my program. I still continue following my typical program that I'm on. But after I start experiencing the depression and the anxiety that it feels debilitating for more than 2 weeks, that is when I start changing up the structure. So I'm gonna take you through a full week of mental health workouts. You can take from this video whatever you want. Because to be honest, when it comes to your mental health, if you are getting to the gym and you're struggling, you are doing amazing. Now, when you are struggling, you can just do any workouts that feel good. You do not have to train for performance, train for strength, train for hypertrophy. My main concern for you is that you are feeling good and that it is improving your mental health in some way. That said, if you also have performance goals, this is more so going to touch on how I focus on my performance goals while also allowing myself to train for mental health rather than just focusing on performance throughout the entire workout. So the way I structure that right now, the strength increases but slowly, versus when I'm following more of an optimal program, I see the strength more consistent. But ultimately, if I don't do this, I will not go to the gym at all, and I will suffer more from my lack of achieving my goals, which impacts my mental health too and impacts my confidence. But I'll also suffer more because I'm not moving my body. So this is what is optimal for me, even though it is not technically an optimal workout for powerlifting in the typical sense that you would think. What is optimal for you depends on you and your needs, and you cannot just look at training programs from a physical, scientific standpoint. You have to look at it from the mental health, from the behaviors, from the mindset. Those things are incredibly important when it comes to programming. So the way I set up my workouts is I start with my main movement. So that will be a squat, bench, or deadlift. That is the most important movement. After that, I move into accessories and I do one hypertrophy accessory. So I do one strength movement, squat, bench, or deadlift, one accessory movement, which is like a dumbbell movement, a machine, anything like that. And then after that, I move into movements that feel really good for me. So then I focus on the mental health. Now for me, what that looks like might not look the same for you. I am not focused, when I do these mental health little circuits, I am not focused on progressive overload. I am not focused on, which essentially means I'm not focused on going heavier. I'm not focused on how it's going to help my performance, how it's going to help my main movements. I am not focused on anything other than having fun and leaving with a boost of endorphins, okay? That is the only concern. I choose 3 extra movements. So in a workout, I will do a total of 5 movements. And that is about what is typical in a normal workout. 5 to 6 movements is all you really need when you're going to the gym. There are so many ways that you can go about this. There is not just one way that you can conquer your fitness goals or any goals despite struggling. But this is how I currently do it.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You are like me, and I'm like you. You are like me, and I'm like you. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I'm slowly fading through the smoke. I can't hear myself think. Now every day since I woke up, I can finally see I'm Demons enter in my head and they destroy everything. My demons tell me that I'm useless and I don't have anything. Then it's quiet. 'Cause they are lying. Oh, so quiet. They are lying. Lately I have learned that they come and they go just as fast. They are slowly fading through the smoke and I can hear myself think I'm Demons enter in my head and they destroy everything. My demons tell me that I'm useless and I don't have anything.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully what you can do is take this and structure your own workouts. If this is what's going to help you be consistent, this is the most optimal for you. I know there is so much talk on social media when it comes to talking about how you need progressive overload. You have to have progressive overload to make progress. This is true, but there are periods in your life where not focusing on progressive overload to shift your focus just for a little bit is helping you with your progress. It is not just this black and white of you have to do this or it's inefficient. It's just not true. So if you are struggling with your mental health, take what applies to you. If you're not a power lifter, and you are just simply someone who wants to feel good and get to the gym, go there and do 2 to 3 movements that you find fun. Don't even go to the gym at all. Do some push-ups or whatever movements feel fun to you from home. There are so many ways that you can work out from home. There are so many ways that you can work out from the gym. This is just how I personally do it, but I just ultimately want this video to remind you that training for your mental health is optimal, even if you are someone who is an athlete who is struggling to stay consistent. This will help you with that consistency. It can even help you get back on track. So don't feel guilty for not being able to stay consistent with this performance only mindset if you are someone who struggles, or even if you're not someone who struggles. Like, we have this one life to live, and if people are out here making these judgments of you should be doing this, you should be doing this, boy, we are on a floating rock in space. Do you really think it is that deep? It is not. Don't take it too seriously to the point that you feel debilitated by, like, I must do this, I must do this. Do whatever feels good. Do what feels right. If you need help with consistency, if you need help with ideas, if you need help with accountability because you struggle with that, you can get that help. You can hire a coach, you can hire a trainer. I'm a coach, I'm also a trainer. You can work with me, but there are so many people that you can work with, so many other trainers, so many other coaches. Do your research and find who and what works best for you. Or this could be your research as well, and you can just take what applies here and move forward and progress and feel good. But don't guilt yourself about your mental health if you are struggling. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.
There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust.